Southern Cross News, a busy start to the year for police, but officers say holidaymakers have been making smart decisions and plans to allow Silver City locals to cash in on their bottles and cans. Good evening, I'm Tim Hatfield. First tonight, work to supply Broken Hill with bore water continues as it becomes clear the Silver City's existing water supply could run out as early as August. Test bores at Sunset Strip have been giving some positive results, but the New South Wales Office of Water still can't say when Broken Hill residents could be switched over to the bore supply. Port Pirie Police are praising the Mid-North community for making the right decisions over the festive period. Although arrests were made for alcohol-related offences, police say there have been no major concerns.
Local police are describing the holiday break as a trouble-free festive season. Just 17 arrests were made across the local service area during the New Year's period, a small figure considering the tens of thousands of people that live and visit the region during the summer.
Yeah, it says that the overwhelming majority of the general public are well behaved and do celebrate in a responsible fashion.
And police say that number is somewhat expected during this time of the year. On the roads over the school holiday break, one fatality occurred in the region following a crash on the York Peninsula where a 13-year-old boy from Ordinga Beach was killed. Police also recorded 4 serious injuries and 28 minor injury crashes.
We still have some weeks of the school holidays to go, so we would like to remind people to be vigilant and drive conservatively on the roads.
While the expected busy period has passed, police continue to urge motorists to do the right thing, and with just 2 weeks until students begin school, it comes as a timely reminder to stick to the speed limits around the town and when travelling along our highways.
People do still need to take care and drive responsibly in order to assist us in reducing casualties and the road toll in general.
Natasha Kallios, Southern Cross News.
And police, meanwhile, continue to warn us about ensuring our homes and properties are properly secure over the holiday period. Officers in Whyalla say there's been a series of crimes over the past 2 weeks in the region, resulting in an increase in house and vehicle break-ins. It's believed that a small group of offenders are responsible for the majority of the thefts, and they're calling on the public to play their part. Some tips to secure property include, of course, ensuring doors and windows are locked, installing alarms in homes and immobilisers in cars, also ensuring that cars are parked off the street and, where possible, in a garage. Ensuring any valuables are left out of sight and making sure you can identify items such as electronics if they're stolen by having them engraved and by recording serial numbers. Well, a kids' summer festival in Port Augusta was the victim of crime just 3 days into the new year, with thieves attempting to get away with a cash register from a hot food van. A police investigation is still ongoing, but the bandits have left some vital clues.
It's the Fun Fair's second year in town to bring a little bit of extra joy to kids these holidays. But just 2 days after setting up, the out-of-towners were robbed.
3 boys have faced court in Whyalla following a break-in at a house overnight. The trio were earlier charged with serious criminal trespass at a Mitchellmore Street home. The 13, 14 and 15-year-olds were arrested after police received reports of people entering the rear of a property. When officers arrived, the 3 fled, with 2 apprehended at the scene and a third a short time later. Well, still to come in tonight's local news, good news for Silver City locals sick of lugging their cans and bottles across the border. The New South Wales plan to begin a deposit program in Broken Hill. The details next. Welcome back. The Tunarama Countdown is on for Port Lincoln locals, and event coordinators have been keeping busy working on some of the highlights of the Australia Day Long Weekend Festival. The Long Table event will be held along the town's foreshore once again this year, which will feature a special guest from one of Sydney's high-end restaurants.
There's good support from the community for it, so it should be realised.
Patrick Major, Southern Cross News.
The $2.5 billion funding boost to the Patient Assistant Transport Scheme has been welcomed on the Eyre Peninsula after it came into effect last week. PATS assists regional patients from all over the state with travel costs to Adelaide for medical treatment. Well, stay with us. When we return after the break, a holy tradition for Port Pirie's Greek Orthodox community. We'll hit the waters for a blessing next. Well, stay with us after the break. We'll have a look at the local weather for the rest of the week. Welcome back. Checking the weather now. Another warm one today with 38 in Port Augusta and 35 in Whyalla. Port Pirie on 39 with 36 in Broken Hill. A fine 30 in Port Lincoln. On the national satellite image, we can see that high which was clearing out our region of major cloud cover. It's now moved southeast, paving the way for some wet weather later in the week. Tomorrow on the Gulf waters, the winds reaching 15 knots and mainly to the east. The sea's initially below a metre, mainly to the southwest. The sunrise is at 6:15. And looking to the forecast, and we've got showers on the way, looking pretty wet but staying warm. Port Augusta heading to 39 with 36 in Whyalla and even 36 in Port Lincoln. 39 also in Port Pirie, while it will be 38 over in Broken Hill. And looking ahead, we'll see the temps drop and the rain increase as the week progresses. 27 in Port Lincoln on Thursday, then 22 for Friday. Clare on 30, then just 19 degrees to see off the week. Woodner on 35 for Thursday, then 23 degrees on Friday. Whyalla from 33 on Thursday to 23 on Friday, ahead of a wet weekend. Port Augusta also with quite a drop, 37 on Thursday, then 24 on Friday. Kadina on 31 for Thursday, then 22 degrees on Friday. Port Pirie expecting 36 midweek, then also set to drop by 10 to wrap up the week with that rain lingering. Clare on 33 for Thursday, then back into the teens for Saturday. Broken Hill also set to cool down but stay damp after 39 on Thursday. It's down to 25 by the time we hit the weekend. And that is the local news for this Tuesday evening. Don't forget, as always, you can drop us an email with story ideas and feedback to localnews@sca.com.au. You can also stay in touch on Facebook and on Twitter. We'll see you right back here tomorrow night from 6:30. For now, though, I'm Tim Hatfield from the Southern Cross News team. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night.